interception.
Oh, get him.
Michigan pick six. Oh.
Get him.
Oh, Denard Robinson.
Get him.
Sucks.
North is really bad at football.
Yeah, they are. And you know, there are actually many differences between the North and South that go back to the antebellum period in the 1800s.
Such as?
Well, for one, the Southerners tend to be more nice and more hospitable to strangers than the Northerners are.
But that wasn't the case in the North. With bigger cities and more crime, there was a lot more distrust, unlike in the South.
Well, that was neato, but are there any other differences?
Well, yes. Another thing is that the South is still more centered around an agricultural economy, and the North is still more industrial.
You don't say.
A warmer climate and more fertile soil lent to the South being prime farming country, due to the large amounts of cotton that needed to be grown to support the boom in demand during the Industrial Revolution. The South also relied more and more on slavery as a source of labor. The North, on the other hand, was less suited to this sort of production. Instead, it relied on its abundance of timber and harbors for manufacturing and trade, which by the time the Industrial Revolution started, made the North perfect for many factories the 1800s would bring. This, and a large amount of immigrants from Europe that came to the North's ports, made it so that there was little need for slavery, putting the two regions on completely separate economic paths.
Well, I've got one. Isn't it true that Northerners tend to be more liberal while Southerners stay on the conservative side?
Well, that's true now, but that wasn't always the case.
It all started back in America's early days with TJ Maxx and my boy Aham.
Oh, it's all about the Hamiltons, baby!
Jefferson envisioned a land of independent farmers with a small government, while Hamilton hoped for a more industrial nation and a larger federal presence. These views were reflected by the two most prominent political parties at the time, the Whigs and the Democrats. The Democrats sided with Jefferson and the Whigs with Hamilton. The Whigs, however, would quickly dissolve and a new Republican Party would emerge in its place in the 1850s. The members of this new party were, for the most part, united in their abolitionist views, unlike the Democrats who were split on the issue between the North and the South. This split is what won Lincoln the election of 1860. It wasn't until the later half of the 20th century that a change in party allegiance by region occurred. This was due in part to the Democrats taking a more liberal stance on social reforms and services for the lower class. The North, with its large working class, was conducive to this political ideology, thereby resulting in the Democrats becoming the more predominant party in the North.
And those are just some of the differences between the North and the South. There are many other cultural differences that can be traced back to the antebellum period.
Such as?
Well, you know, nothing's better than a home-cooked Southern meal.
Well, all this talk about food's really got me hungry. Let's go get something to eat after this play.
Sounds good to me. Football. Football.
Football. Oh, football.
All football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Denard Robinson sucks.
Action.
You're not grabbing it.
You're not grabbing.
We shuffled. It's alright.
What?